And welcome back to the WPA Bruins tip-off tournament as we are ready for our second broadcasted contest here from the auxiliary gym at Penn Hills High School. We're in the auxiliary gym because given this beautiful setup, it's best for us to have our space off to the side. When I say beautiful setup, there in the main gym, they've got 3 courts running side by side, plenty of space for each. We're in the auxiliary gym, but still primary games being brought here. Case in point, the mid-range splash there for Western PA Bruins Zeise. That's number 2, Laren Edwards. Edwards showing that the mid-range is not a lost art, at least as it pertains to the first possession. Gets the Bruins and this game on the board, 2-0. Diamond on the hill with their first possession, stepping through, can't get the layup to go there for Guyton Wesley. Now they're working inside. As far in terms of the airport test, Diamond on the hill could have their hands full this contest with Gabriella Legister. As number 52 gets her first points of the contest, makes it 4-0. Oh, cookies. Jordan Edwards with the steal and the layup on the other end. Head coach Paul Zeise up on his feet and getting after it along with this squad, who's forcing turnovers at a pretty high clip, even though this game has just started. They missed the money, though. Allison Collins couldn't get that one to go. So a timeout on the floor. We're going to go one with him. Diamond on the hill, make sure things don't get out of hand. We'll be right back.
First dances, and all the ones after. Old friends, and new adventures. Big dreams, and little wins. Happy endings, and happier beginnings. Life is a matter of ands, and more lives and more goals come together in one place. S&T Bank.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 6-0 ball game is Diamond on the hill, Guyton. Head coach Jerry Williams and company got a timeout there. Didn't like how things had started. For anybody outside of the WPA Bruins, you can understand that sentiment. As the Bruins started off forcing a couple turnovers. Got buckets from Edwards as well as Gabriella Legister. They have a 6-0 lead now. Good energy on the offensive end for the Bruins as well. You don't see the ball really sticking in any spot for an extended amount of time. Ball having great energy there for the Bruins. And at the free throw line here, you've got number 21, Isabella Mills. Head coach Paul Zeise there for the Bruins. And a lot of that energy from the top down. You know, coach talked to his team there during the timeout saying, hey, you guys should be, breathing hard and out of breath. It's travel season. He liked the energy that his team showed. And I think when you look at this time of year, the more rhythm, the more team chemistry, the more, fundamentals, the more cohesion you can show this early in the season, before you've even gotten a few tournaments under your belt to really get that going, just really puts you in a good position. And that's with any team out here, as you see the substitution. And getting a breather there will be Guyton Wesley there for Diamond on the hill. Ball out of bounds. It'll go over to the Bruins. 7-0 ball game. Under 14 minutes left to play.
That's it. Look at it. That's it. There we go. There we go.
Legister with the pass. Lauren Edwards with the triple. She's got 5 points so far. Started the game off with the mid-range J there. Gets a triple and a traveling violation. Going to go against Diamond on the Hill. First time seeing Diamond on the Hill, Guyton play, and it's one of those things to where, you know, they really have to focus on just getting the ball safely across the timeline first and foremost, really minimizing these turnovers. They're not giving their offense or, you know, personnel pieces really a chance to work. Just with the turnovers being at such a high clip here so far. Score that one again inside for Gabriella Legister. Turnover. Keeping it herself. A little bit of contact. Officials let them play through it. As it's a 12-0 ball game early on. They'll throw it in. This is Genesis Barclay with it. Barclay being guarded by Edwards. I'll get it over to Christian. Christian working along the baseline, has it cut off, tries to create some space. Too strong on the shot. And now here come the Bruins off to the races. Here's Edwards. Now she'll slow it up, gets it across the timeline. Had a wide open shooter for a second, but they recover. Extra pass is made. Offensive board, and Edwards with the assist. Easy flip up and in for Isabella Mills, makes it 14-0. It's Diamond on the Hill still looking to get on the board. Had a fast break opportunity there, but the Bruins defense gets back. We'll see what they do with the opportunity. Legislature just keeping their arms straight up. As Diamond on the Hill will reset. Foul going to be called there. Easy one for the official to make, as you saw both arms extended there by the defender. Easy call for the officials to make, and now we'll have a widespread substitution here for the Western Pennsylvania Bruins. On the floor, number 24, Caroline Elliott. Number 15, Elena Capelli. Number 23, Madeline Fisher. As that pass is broken up. First steal of the game there for Elena Capelli. Capelli's pass ahead to Elliott. Cross-court pass, fumbled initially, but still got a pretty good shot on goal there, did Alyssa Highland. Offensive rebound, another third time. Won't be a charm initially, but going to the free throw line to shoot two, it'll be Caroline Elliott. So Elliott heads to the line. It's a 14-0 ball game. Diamond on the Hill still trying to get on the board. The Bruins just trying to keep this feverish pace going. And you got to give Coach Zeise's team credit. While they have been able to force a couple turnovers and get some fast breaks going, the few instances where they've had to run offense in the half court, they've shown promise there as well with the way they've been able to move the ball and work it inside and out there with Gabriella Legister. The size advantage certainly a tally in the win column for the Bruins, just in terms of size. Ball on the deck. Both teams get after it. So it'll be Diamond on the Hill's ball. Just up the sideline. Pass is stolen. Stolen, but a double dribble violation. Going to go against Olivia McClellan. Heads up defense. The Bruins turn it over. But no time to cry over spilled milk. That's with any player or team. But definitely the case for the Bruins with the way that they've defended here so far. Risky pass right there, and it doesn't make it to its intended recipient. Stolen by Elliott. Elliott going to come across and will go to the free throw line. She's fouled. So she will shoot two. Caroline Elliott listed at 5'10". Some good size here on the Western Pennsylvania Bruins Zeise squad. Elliott 5'10", their tallest player, Gabriella Legister, at 6'3". On the floor for Diamond On the hill, you've got number 21, Genesis Barclay, number 19, Atlantic Christian, number 13, Anika Dansby. Dansby trying to avoid defenders. Low dribble to the floor. 3 Bruins join her. Possession arrow is going to kick it back over to the Bruins. Looks like we'll see a little bit of a zone look from Diamond on the hill. Well, it looks like we've got a push-off foul there on Elena Capelli. Capelli called for the foul. There she was attacking the glass. For Coach Zeise, you probably don't want to see that foul, but you also like to see your guards really getting after a rebound, like you saw Capelli doing there. In a tough spot there in that corner is Diamond in the hill. That pass/shot attempt partially blocked. Strong move there along the baseline. Alana Christian uses the chicken wing a little bit there, but hey, this is travel basketball. Like how there's a no ticky-tack foul element when you look at travel hoops. Think it complements the high school season well in terms of getting these players not only ready for the next level, but allowing them to work on finishing through contact. Speaking of finishing through contact, mission accomplished. Done there by number 23 in Madeline Fisher. As you see there via the replay. Couple smacks across the arms, still didn't matter as Fisher able to muscle it up and in. (19-2) after Christian got Diamond on the hill on the board. Good look in terms of how the set was developing, but that pass a little bit too tall for Caroline Elliott. Goes the other way. Tough shot there by Christian. It won't go. Bruins off to the races. And footwork got caught up a little bit there for McClellan. So that traveling violation is going to give it over to Diamond on the hill. They will have a timeout. We're under the 10-minute mark. It's a full timeout. We'll be back with more WPA Bruins tip-off tournament action.
Are you someone who is taking care of an elderly or disabled family member? Find out how you can become an approved home health caregiver through Christian Home Health Care and get paid for your services. Christian Home Health Care can provide the training and certification you need, and we'll handle all the required paperwork and exams free of charge. Become a direct care worker for friends and family. Call Christian Home Health Care at 412-323-0203 or go to christianhomehealthcareforyou.com.
About to wrap up the timeout here at the WPA Bruins tip-off tournament. WPA Bruins Zeise representing the program well, even though it's still a pool play type scenario. We're not in bracket play just yet. I think there is a certain element of protecting your home court / your tournament whenever a program hosts one. So Zeise definitely holding their end as far as the program being represented so far. Up 19-2 against a Diamond on the Hill squad that has had a tough time being able to handle the pressure that the Bruins have provided so far. Saw some of that in our first broadcast as well, as Team Takeover got a lopsided victory over Slam basketball. But one thing you saw Slam do over the course of a game is do a better job of making sure they broke the pressure first and foremost, and then took better care of the basketball as the game went on. Now, Team Takeover was still able to force them into high degree of difficulty shots. They weren't able to score them at the clip that they would have liked to, but they did not turn the ball over at so frequent of a rate that it thwarted any potential progress they could have had on the offensive end. I think if you're Diamond on the Hill, you have to make that adjustment Alana Christian has shown she can make a couple plays and turn, definitely against one-on-one coverage. But in order to make all of those possibilities realistic options, they have to do a better job handling the pressure. It's just been Western PA Bruins defense, steals, and off to the races. Not to mention how effectively the Bruins have been able to score it when it's not a fast break opportunity and when they have to do something in the half court. Offensive rebound, and there you go, a trip to the free throw line. So you get a couple shots on goal when you take care of the ball. Good things happening is Tanasia Gooden Wesley will head to the free throw line. Free throw line can be a key asset for Diamond on the Hill here. Not just in this first half, but throughout the game, being able to score without that clock moving. Also, without the Bruins defenders in your faces. Got to take advantage of that charity stripe. If you're Diamond on the Hill, they can't get that free throw to go, so still looking at a 17-point deficit. A shot partially blocked. Both number 11, Makaya Marbury, and number 33, Alex Walker, were there in the mix. So that foul going to go against McClellan. So we are approaching the 9-minute mark here in the first half. Nearly stolen. Now it is stolen, but gotten right back. Here's Tanasia on the layup drill. Scoop and score. Tanasia Gooden Wesley, class of 2020 prospect out of Archbishop Hoban High. It's the second score of the game for Diamond on the Hill. Here's a southpaw three-pointer off the mark. I think if you're the Bruins, you're still obviously in control, but they've cooled off a little bit. Just in terms of the execution, not hitting as many shots. Some of that is, hey, you're human. Not to mention still high school hoopers. So certain assumptions that can come with that, but they're Diamond on the Hill able to get their 5th and 6th points. They'll give that deuce right back as the big runs the floor. Post players can oftentimes get anywhere from 6 to 8 points just from running the floor consistently. Substitutions in for the Bruins. Back in number 12, Allison Collins. Number 21, Isabella Mills. Number 52, Gabriella Legister. Number 11, Jordan Edwards. And number 2, Laren Edwards. For Diamond on the Hill. Got a number 52, who I don't have a number for, so we'll have to get that at halftime. That three-pointer's good from the top of the key. Score that one for Jordan Edwards. We'll have a foul there along the sideline. Also on the floor for Diamond on the Hill, number 1, Tanasia Gooden Wesley, still there. Mentioned Marbury. Number 13, Anika Dansby. And number 33, Alex Walker, still on the floor. Dansby in a little bit of trouble. Had 2 defenders on her and a third one if you count the sideline. Turns it over. So it'll go back to the Bruins. There's Legister, the baby. Won't call it a baby jumper. She was just able to use that right hand to touch on it. Just kind of a little flip up and in there for Legister. So it's a 20-point lead. Coach Paul Zeise is going to get a timeout. We'll take one with him. When we get back, we'll bring you more WPA Bruins tip-off tournament here on SUVtv.
For the moment he arrives, and the day you let go. For first floor remodels and second honeymoons. For new loves and old flames. For everyday needs and someday plans. Life is a matter of ands, and more lives and more goals come together in one place. S&T Bank.
Back here at Penn Hills High School here in Pittsburgh, PA. WPA Bruins tip-off tournament, and there's Zeise Ball Club up 20 points here against Diamond on the Hill, Guyton. It's a 20-point lead for the Bruins as they'll inbound it up top. Now right back to the corner. Had a pretty good look at three there out of the timeout. Good jump step, and getting the home bounce here at home is Jordan Edwards. That one with a little bit too much on it. As Jordan Edwards got just close enough to it to make sure Diamond on the Hill didn't get to it, but not touch it and risk it going out of bounds off of her hand. So here she comes across the timeline, just finished there with the nice little floater off the glass in the paint. Cross-court pass now inside the register. When she gets it that deep, it's going to be trouble. For the most part, when she's gotten it that deep here in this contest, it's either been points off the original score or the trip to the free throw line. Here is the latter. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Legister, class of 2019 prospect out of Chartiers Valley. It's the first free throw to go. One of those instances where Diamond on the Hill where, you know, you've got some general things that every team has to do in terms of minimizing turnovers, you know, defending. You know, outside of the general things that each team looks to do to win a game, a lot of times you'll look for an individual strength that you can really exploit in a matchup where you might have other areas where the other team can check those boxes. If you're Diamond on the Hill, it's tough to pinpoint those areas right now. In terms of speed, which is something Diamond on the Hill has, you got a quick enough guard core in the Bruins and good enough team defense to where some of that speed has been negated. As you see that triple rattle around and fall for Jordan Edwards, I'd say she's earned the home roll here as a member of the WPA Bruins, and she is getting it here in the Penn Hills High School Aux Gym. But for Diamond on the Hill, you really can't pinpoint an area where we can say, hey, we've got this particular one-on-one matchup we can try to exploit. We can, you know, we've got shooters on the perimeter to where if we can just drive and kick and knock down a few threes, we can get back in this one. Not to say they don't have possibilities out there, but it's just been tough to spot them here so far in this first half with the way the Bruins have played. But that could be a bright spot there. You see that one in off the window for Micaiah Marbury. But back to the block. Another one for Gabby Legister. Turnover, somebody zig when they should have zagged. Chased down by Edwards. Edwards with a bullet pass inside and a layup for Allison Collins. Under 5 minutes left to play now. That was one of those, if the official didn't have the best angle on there, you know, you knew the foul was there. I heard a couple smacks. I couldn't tell who the foul was attributed to. But you knew the foul was certainly there. So I want to go against the Bruins. It'll be Diamond on the Hill's ball. It'll be thrown in by Dansby. Dansby to Good and Wesley. Wesley gets it to the corner, now in a tough spot there. And if you're the Bruins, you sort of bail Diamond on the hill out there. They're already in the corner in a tough spot. You're either going to have to force them to hit a tough shot out of the corner or make a risky pass. You foul there and take that decision or that burden off of their backs. So they'll throw it in along the baseline. When you're Diamond on the hill, when you do manage to get that ball across the timeline, you got to make sure Alana Christian gets a certain amount of touches. That one was deflected away, but Gabby Legister, right place, right time, flips it up and in, and here, and one. Hoop in the harm for Allison Collins. So Collins with the and one foul going to go against Christian. Collins good on the back end free throw. Another Bruin steal. That one's just thrown away though. Good and Wesley gets it for a Diamond on the hill. Foul on the floor going to go against Laren Edwards. Three missed. Good job of following her own shot there. That one just wouldn't fall for Marbury. Marbury did everything right there. Just couldn't get the layup to stay. Officials, nice job of letting them play there. No premature jump ball call. Jumpers missed, but another offensive rebound for the Bruins. Now they'll kick it back out. And here's Edwards. Edwards to Capelli. Actually, that was Collins. My apologies. Capelli's 15, Collins is 12. The Bruins turn it over. Good defense, better offense as Legister just kept her arm straight up, forced a tough shot there by Tanasia Good and Wesley knocks it down anyway. Splash from the corner, Allison Collins. Another Diamond on the hill turnover. Now here's Edwards. Banks open here on a Saturday at the WPA Bruins tip-off tournament. We'll be back with more live action after this short break. Two minutes, 39 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Western Pennsylvania Bruins in full control of this one. Solana Christian with it. Now here's Dansby. Pass nearly stolen there by Fisher. As Dansby just sort of tossed a flat-footed pass there. It nearly picked off. Traveling violation. They're going to go against Diamond on the Hill. Good defense on the interior there by Diamond on the Hill. Now there's Good and Wesley. She'll kick it to the corner. Christian, shot off the mark. Capelli to McClellan. McClellan to Elliott. Now here's Capelli. Top of the key, 3, good. Drano from the top of the key there for Elena Capelli. The Trinity attendee puts the Bruins up by 40. So we approach the final minute of the first half. Here's a 3 on the way. Just short. Christian with the offensive rebound. Can't get the follow-up to go. Kick over to McClellan. And an offensive foul. Stepping up and taking the charge there is Tanasia Good and Wesley. Good defense there. Is good energy there on the WPA Bruins bench. Coach Zeise is still coaching, making sure he uses these teaching moments for his players, but a very loosey-goosey feel over there for the Bruins. Doing things right, playing good defense, stingy defense, moving the ball on offense. Having fun here on a Saturday morning. At Penn Hills High School, we got a foul that's going to have another trip to the line. This time it's for Madeline Fisher. Fisher out of North Allegheny High School. And gets the first free throw. Substitution coming in for Diamond on the Hill to be number 11. Micaiah Marbury checking back in. Second free throw trickles in for Fisher under the minute mark here in the first half. That 3 from the corner, high arching. Splash is good to go there for number 52. Have to get that name at halftime. Well, it's not included here on the roster. It's Olivia McClellan. McClellan with the triple. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Six and 9/10 of a second remaining. Plenty of time for a shot. The look, the shot. Can't get it to go. Offensive board. And that will do it for the first half here from the WPA Bruins tip-off. It is Western PA Zeise getting it done here against Diamond on the Hill. We'll be back after intermission.
First dances, and all the ones after. Old friends, and new adventures. Big dreams, and little wins. Happy endings, and happier beginnings. Life is a matter of ands, and more lives and more goals come together in one place. S&T Bank.
Are you someone who is taking care of an elderly or disabled family member? Find out how you can become an approved home health caregiver through Christian Home Health Care and get paid for your services. Christian Home Health Care can provide the training and certification you need, and we'll handle all the required paperwork and exams free of charge. Become a direct care worker for friends and family. Call Christian Home Health Care at 412-323-0203 or go to ChristianHomeHealthCareForYou.com.
For the moment he arrives, and the day you let go. For first floor remodels and second honeymoons. For new loves and old flames. For everyday needs and someday plans. Life is a matter of ands, and more lives and more goals come together in one place. S&T Bank.
Seconds away from getting the second half rolling here for the WPA Bruins, the Western Pennsylvania Bruins tip-off tournament. As we bring you live broadcast coverage here from this year's event, the second half, and Western PA Bruins, Zeise in full control of this one. It's been a commanding lead here for the Bruins. A lot of that has just been their personnel sort of overpowered Diamond on the hill on the offensive end. And defensively, they have forced a lot of turnovers there on behalf of Diamond of the Hill, and they've been able to capitalize there on the offensive end. I think some of this you can also attribute to it being so early here in the season. in terms of, every team is still getting used to its pieces, still getting used to the flow of travel basketball, fine-tuning things. And while Diamond on the Hill won't look to make any excuses, that plays a part. At the same time, Western Pennsylvania Bruins Zeise is also starting their travel season, and so far out of the gate, they've just had a better go at it, but see a better effort from Diamond on the Hill here in the second half, and hopefully one of those things where they can still have some positive takeaways depending on how they finish this game, even though it appears to be out of hand. Bodies hitting the floor all over it, and a jump ball is going to give the possession over to the Bruins. Also, number 52, just confirmed that for Diamond on the Hill. That's Marshea McAllister. So listed as number 25 there in the book, but she is number 52 indeed for Diamond on the Hill Guyton. That's Marshea McAllister. Tough shot there by Dansby, but they will keep possession. Cut there by Gooden Wesley, skips off of her shoulder, but she'll get it back. Nearly stolen, but now here's a Dansby three. That one misses. Legister with the rebound. Now she'll get it in the hands of Jordan Edwards. Good look at three, but the shot's off the mark. The Bruins come up with it. And it'll be finished inside the layup for Olivia McClellan. McClellan got it from Collins and did the rest from there. Ball saved, but right to McClellan. Pass ahead. Off of Collins. Touch pass over to Caroline Elliott, who finishes with the and one. Teamwork making the dream work there for the Bruins. As you see that good fast break, just good basketball. Not a ton of waste, not any wasted dribbling or wasted motion. Just moving the ball ahead and finishing inside. Just inside the elbow, that jumper up and in for Caroline Elliott. Gooden Wesley's tripped up there, appears to be okay. Tough player. Doesn't mind contact at all. Fearless. Checking in for the Bruins, number 23, Madeline Fisher. Got a push that's going to go against Alyssa Highland. Trip to the line coming up for Marbury. Marbury will get 2 shots.
She's fine.
First free throw in and out. Checking in for the Bruins, it'll be number 21, Isabella Mills, and she will give Olivia McClellan A chance to take it easy for a second. I say take it easy in terms of not being in the game, being able to sit for a second, but the Bruins have done anything but take it easy here in this one. They've stayed the course even after jumping out to an early lead. They haven't rested on their laurels. Madeline Fisher. It's another lay-in. Splash. Another one there for Marshea McAllister. Every three-pointer she shoots, it touches a bird before it comes down. And when it comes down, it splashes through the net. She rips through for another one, but the Bruins answer right back with a bucket of their own. McAllister has that one blocked as Fisher got a couple fingertips on it. Fisher wants it inside instead. Edwards is going to dial up a wide open three-pointer. Under 10 minutes remaining here in the second half. Jump ball caught there as Mills reached in. Good defense there on that play as the always attacking Tanasia Gooden-Wesley was looking to attack yet again. Now she'll cut and get a trip to the line. Talked about some of the positives, some of the takeaways that you can gather from a game like this where it's sort of gotten out of hand. You can't just roll up and let the time run off. Still want to be able to take advantage of those reps, not just for your teams, but the individual players. And you look at a player like a Gooden-Wesley who's continuing to attack. They're turning the ball over less than they did there in the first half. So really trying to make the most out of this second installment for Diamond on the Hill, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. Either way, when you look on past this game, if you're Diamond on the Hill, how can you make sure you take a better start in the next game? If you lay down and you don't finish this one strong, then it only affects that next game's energy. So for Diamond on the Hill, good for them, continuing to fight, continuing to find ways to get better within the game, breaking it down. We'll see if it pays dividends for them as they have more contests coming up from this year's event. As Leicester gets an easy bucket inside, if you're the Bruins, it's one of those scenarios where you do have some positive momentum going into the next game with the way that you've come out. But you also have to stay at it because you're probably not going to be able to do things as easily as you were able to do them here in this game. You probably won't be able to do that moving forward. So you want to take the positives in, but also realize each game has its own set of matchups within the matchup. So they'll have to start it out right. There you get an and one for Lauren Edwards. Edwards got the first 2 points of the game for the Bruins. Here she is crossing over, driving to her left. You see the contact. You see that one go in nice off the window, and she's at the line with a chance to make it three the hard way. Caroline Elliott checks back in for the Bruins. And Edwards off to the left. Steal by Leicester, as that pass was intended for Genesis Barclay. Good pass by Edwards, and that one's laid up and in. Elena Capelli. Capelli providing a good punch off the bench. Edwards with the steal. Foul going to go against Capelli. She trips up Barclay. unintentionally. Coming back in for a diamond on the hill to be number 33, Alex Walker, as Marshall McAllister will have a seat. McAllister's been their best shooter from the three-point line here in this game with a few makes. Special thanks to our presenting sponsors for this year's broadcast, S&T Bank and Christian Home Healthcare. Pass to the corner, wide open look, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, and getting what she came inside for is Isabella Mills. Doesn't get the 2 points initially, but can get them from the free throw line here. First free throw good for Mills. Mills out of Peters Township High School. Second free throw is good as we approach the 3-minute mark. Lana Christian has that one stolen. Pass ahead. Preparing to gather for the layup before she had fully gotten it in. Alyssa Highland loses it out of bounds, but even then you see how a lot of times less is more in the game of basketball. While it does help to have a bevy of moves and elements at your disposal, sometimes the simple plays. Look at a lot of these Western Pennsylvania Bruins fast break. They do a great job of not wasting dribbles or time. The ball is moved ahead, and they've been able to read the situations appropriately as opposed to over-dribbling and possibly squandering some opportunities. That's Goodson, Wesley still in there battling for loose balls, rebounds. Anything that can help her team get another point or another possession. Jump ball called there. It's the Bruins. Diamond on the hill got caught sleeping there, but Alex Walker says not so fast. Gets the block, pushes it ahead to Dansby. Couple substitutions coming in as Legister and Mills have a seat. Strong take off the mark. Edwards with it up top. The Bruins just being patient, sort of in victory formation here per se. So I have a trip to the line coming up here for Highland. Foul going to go against Marbury for a diamond on the hill. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule here for the rest of today. We've got a few more broadcasts coming up here on SUVtv from the WPA Bruins tip-off. Coming up next, 12:20 p.m., Dayton Metro, the 2019 squad, will take on the Western Pennsylvania Bruins, and the Cash squad, All Ohio Express versus Team Takeover Winter at 2:40. 3:50, MAC basketball versus Michigan crossover, and last but not least, at 5 p.m., our last broadcast for today will be the Capital City Comets Baker versus Central Pennsylvania Elite. Here on SUVtv, presented by S&T Bank and Christian home health care, of course. Final 20 seconds of the contest. Cookie's taken. We'll see if she can get the milk on the other end. It does come in the form of an assist. Edwards with the steal. And the assist over to Allison Collins. Bruins not done yet as they'll get one more steal to close this one. They finished the game exactly how they started it. That's with swarming defense and then the ability to get points subsequently. Thanks for joining us here on SUVtv. We'll be back with more WPA Bruins tip-off tournament.